Welcome to Tales from the Dorkside. I am Brad Reed. I'm joined by Gog.
Hey.
And you are listening to the unedited watch-along from Tales from the Darkside, Episode 3, I'll Give You a Million.
Yes.
Gog, I'll give you a million right now to do all the editing from now on.
Oh, man, that's tempting. No, thanks.
Yeah, that's what everyone keeps saying.
I'll do the graphics. How about that?
Okay, I'll take it. Cool. But as you know, we are watching every episode. You get our full commentary as we watch along.
Our expert advice not only about horror movies and television programs, but just filmmaking in general.
Yep. And so here is the episode. If you've got it on DVD like us, if you've found it online somewhere, you can go ahead and start watching it now.
I'll give you a million.
Tales from the Dorkside.
This one's also about money, so they just alternate between money and alcohol.
Money and booze. And then some of them are about money for booze. You know, I think forests are inherently kind of creepy.
Yeah.
I guess because you get in them, you get turned around.
Right.
There's trolls that live out in the woods.
Fairies, pixies.
Yeah.
Bigfoots.
Definitely.
Well, I think part of it's is like we're so unattached from nature, like from what we used to be.
Yeah. Nature's scary, for sure. Like, you go outside, you either die from smog, drown in some water.
I'm terrified as soon as I step out of my house every single day.
I get you. Oh.
Keenan Wayne. I have no idea who that is.
No, but I know the guy from, I definitely know that one other guy from just his look.
The Monopoly Boy.
I believe he's another character actor. I'm getting a feel though of the movie Trading Places.
Yeah.
Do you remember that movie? Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy, with the two old men who basically make a bet that they can. I can't remember what the exact bet was, but they ruined one guy's life, Dan Aykroyd's life, and took Eddie Murphy, who was homeless, and made him like the executive of their company or whatever. And pretty great movie. Jamie Lee Curtis. If you ever wanted to see her titties.
What did he just take?
Ecstasy.
Yep. Just popping Quaaludes.
That was the big deal in the 80s.
Yeah. Missed.
Like, maybe by the time we're their age, what do you think they are? 50?
Yeah,
55?
like 55.
Yeah, so maybe when we're that age, we should just wear tuxes all the time.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what.
I'm going to sell all of my wardrobe and just wear tuxedos every day.
Well, I mean, people are automatically going to think you're successful because you're wearing a tuxedo.
Right. They say dress for the job that you want, not the job that you have.
Well, that's why I wear my pajamas all the time.
Yeah.
Because I just want to sleep.
Yeah. Be a bed tester.
But yeah, exactly.
Gonna dress like a butler.
I wonder if these are the guys that shot the bear in the first episode.
Probably.
See how it ties in?
Yeah, they're
like
all
I say,
connected.
It's all about the acting and the details in this show.
The interconnectivity of each episode. These guys own the corporation that the guy from the second episode worked for.
Oh, man. Maybe that's their kid.
Yeah.
Maybe they adopted. Maybe they're like married.
They bought him.
Yeah.
And they purchased a child.
Yeah.
When you have that kind of money.
I feel like this show was very progressive for back in the day.
It really
like,
was.
Two old men that buy a kid, nobody cared.
Yeah.
No big deal. Living life.
Gun collections.
Yeah. Bears. Uh-oh. And they're atheists.
$2 million.
I think, though, so since that one kid was a Benjamin Button kid, this is him, like, when he was, like, very young.
Yeah, like 3.
Yeah.
It's a couple 3-year-olds.
Yeah. Just wearing tuxedos and shooting poo.
I'll bet you $1 million.
That is what kids do.
Yep. There he goes, popping his Quaaludes. The way that people drink booze in TV shows and stuff like that, like, they would just be hammered.
Yeah.
And everyone's always just, like, acting completely natural.
Look at Homeboy's, like, look at him holding that glass, like, from below.
Yeah.
Like, his hand
His hand was shaking.
Yeah. Like, he's either...
He's got DTs.
Yeah. Exactly. Maybe he needs to be the one popping pills. All right, let's just sit around in my tux.
They still have their tuxedos on.
Like, okay, if y'all wear tuxedos all the time, though, how do you tell them from the butler?
Right.
That's all.
Apparently their butler just has a regular tie on.
Oh, okay.
Which you'd think it would be the other way around. Because that looks more like a butler's outfit to me.
It does. Maybe they're not rich. Maybe they're just butlers. Maybe the little Benjamin Button kid is the millionaire.
Yeah, that's the twist.
What was the other? This kind of reminds me of Brewster's Millions. Did you ever see that? Richard Pryor, John Candy. Richard Pryor is like given a bunch of money from like a distant uncle who dies, but the uncle like basically wants him to hate spending money so bad. So he gives that he wants him to like keep the money and not waste it.
Yeah.
So he like gives him like a bunch of money, but he has to like spend it all before like a month goes by.
Okay.
And if he has anything afterwards or any assets to show, then he doesn't get the big money. And yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty great movie, actually.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for a distant uncle of mine to die and give me a bunch of money.
Oh, my God. Even the not-so-distant ones. Just go ahead and give me my money. Sorry, Uncle, but I'm broke. I got to be able to afford my tuxedo.
Yeah.
That is a sweet stash, though.
It is. Those guys are both super dead.
By now?
Yeah.
That's sad, but you're probably right. Unless they got that Benjamin Button disease.
Maybe so. They're like 14 by now. They look 50, too.
Yeah. This episode's another slow burn.
Is that him not wearing a tuxedo?
He's going undercover. Nice shoes, though.
Yeah. A nice denim shirt tucked into his denim jeans.
Oh, they're both slumming it, right? Is that his? Is that the other guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't put their Texas on today.
Oh, man.
I can't even imagine being that old.
Nah. I don't want to bum everybody listening out, but I'm going to have to Hunter S. Thompson it before he gets that.
If I'm like a millionaire by that age, that might be a different story, but...
Well, you know, maybe by the time we're that old, we'll have the Elon Musk chips in our brain. And
Neuralink.
yeah, we'll probably live in the computer.
Yeah, that's fine. Just Tron.
I mean, you know, we could just podcast all day in our tuxedos.
Yeah. We'll both be old and senile and just like have headsets on that aren't plugged into anything or recording anything. Just jabbering at the TV.
We don't even have a show on the TV.
Nope. Just fuzz. Which they don't. You can't even really do fuzz anymore. That's
Yeah.
an outdated reference.
Either that or we can, like, we'll do podcasts about fucking Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. I like the memes with the old lady in the walker, and they're like, all right, Grandma. There's one that's like, Joe Rogan used to have hair and made people eat bugs. It's like, let's get you back to the home now, Grandma.
That's funny. I remember those days.
Yep.
Because I actually remember, I knew that before I knew he was like a comedian. So when I found out he was a comedian, I was like, what?
Yeah, I didn't know he was a comedian, I don't think, until he started doing the podcast.
Now, some of his specials have been pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mad decent.
Yep.
Some of them not so much, but some of them were pretty funny, actually. I don't know where you are on the whole Joe Rogan podcast. I'm not a big fan. But
It depends on the guest.
yeah.
There's been some episodes that I really enjoyed, and there's some of his viewpoints that I'm just like, ugh.
See, I like respect what he does, of course, because I mean, look at him. He's doing what we wish we could do.
Right.
However, it's also like I could be a knucklehead enough to like throw out all these dumb theories to get people to watch, but if they're knucklehead theories, I'm not just gonna throw them out there just to get people to agree with me. You know what I mean?
I think first and foremost, he's like a comedian and an entertainer, so his personal views on things shouldn't be taken. So
that's a pretty good. You know, my wife, I used to listen to Alex Jones just because, like, I knew he was crazy. But that's why I listened.
Yeah, it's entertainment.
It was entertainment. When he started going off on Sandy Hook and all that was when I was like, nah, this isn't entertainment.
Time to stop giving him the views.
Yeah, but like my wife would be like, "Why are you listening?" And I'm like, "Just cause he's nuts and you know."
Outlandish.
Yeah, right.
It's like a similar difference to listening to like Coast to Coast AM or something like that, you know.
Yeah. But I did end up losing him for sure. Like, nah, I can't listen to this anymore. Ooh. Maybe his friend pass away?
I think so, and he bought his soul, so now his friend's just going to be a ghost hanging out at his house all the time.
Nice. Well, you know, he's old. He doesn't have other friends. You know, it's hard when you're in your 50s.
I know. When you're in your 50s from the 1980s, you know.
Yeah. All your friends are dead. You got a giant stogie, though.
I was going to say, that's an unnecessarily large cigar.
I'm pretty sure that's the kind Bill Clinton was using.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you ever smoked cigars?
I never really got into them. I've had a cigar here and there, but because I smoke cigarettes so much for so long, like it's when you smoke a cigar, you're not supposed to inhale it.
Right.
So I always instinctually would want to inhale it. So
yeah, I get what you're saying. Then you get too much tobacco and you're like
sick to your stomach.
Well, you know, like a lot of people, they don't even smoke them. Like I think it was like George Burns or so that he just chewed on them.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
I think it's kind of a statusy kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because for like a good cigar, like a legitimately good cigar, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, I bought my son some in New Orleans a couple months ago, and I was going to smoke one of them with him, and that little bastard didn't even share them with me.
What a jerk. And he's like 7 years old?
Yeah. It's like, I know you're just going to put weed in there.
Yep.
Like,
just take like a $40 cigar and just break it open and roll a blunt with it.
And we're back from commercials, everybody.
Yeah. For those listening, the younger listeners, there used to be these things called commercial breaks. You might be familiar with like YouTube advertisements, but these you had to watch.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to skip them. His hand's shaking again.
Yeah. But notice how like I said in like I think it was the first episode, some of these, especially in the first season, it could change as we get along. But there's a lot of them where it's just like one person, and they're either like talking on the phone or.
Well, you only have to pay one actor at that point.
Right, right. But I swear this guy, like, I don't know exactly. I'd have to look, but he definitely is somebody I've seen in other stuff. Nothing recently, obviously.
Oh yeah, because he's super dead. But.
Super dead.
Uh-oh, he dropped his cigar on the pile of books.
Should have known.
I feel like if I ever had like enough money to buy a really big house, I just want to get like a really spread out one-story house. Not have to worry about stairs.
Yeah, stairs. I got 2 sets of stairs at my house because my house is built into a hill.
Yeah.
And so, like, none of them are that high. Like, it's probably like 6 steps on the first level and then 6 steps down to the next. But I feel like my legs are in a little bit better shape. But you know what always creeped me out, like, especially because we're talking about older folks here who are in their 50s, obviously.
Yeah.
Those chair lifts that go up and down the stairs. Do you remember Gremlins, the movie Gremlins?
Yep.
Like when that lady's stuck on there and she's going up and down, like that was terrifying.
Just like starts going really fast.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, it is. Did you ever see that movie Mandy with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I mean, there's not many Nicolas Cage movies I actually haven't seen. His latest one was fantastic.
I still haven't seen it. I'd really like to.
It's a really, really good one.
Pedro Pascal.
Yes. I'm trying to remember the exact name of the movie. Dude, how you going to shoot somebody who's dead? Like,
It's a ghost, bro.
that don't make any sense. This is giving me very, like, Jacob Marley vibes here.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah. You shall not pass.
So he's trying to give him his soul.
Yeah, so that he can pass on.
Oh, dude, I'll eat my soul and run off with it.
It's like, here, take it back. I don't want that shit.
Yeah, I don't want that shit.
What a dick.
Did he even give him the $1 million for the soul? Like, I'm sure a lawyer could work this out to where he didn't have to actually abide by the rules of this.
Ghost lawyer.
Yeah. Ooh, that thing hanging off his nose, though. Like, come on, man.
Uh-oh.
I know you're a ghost, but that's gross. Uh-oh. You're coming with me.
Yep. Why do you have to spread his shirt open like that?
He wanted us to see, like, I still look good even though I'm 55.
Yeah. Or he's trying to get his ghost buddy to tickle his nips or something.
Yeah.
Yep. What the fuck is that? Oh. It's Pee Wee Herman.
Eternity for men.
Yeah. It's just a cologne commercial. It's a 30-minute long cologne commercial.
The guy is creepy. He does have, like, the Pee Wee Herman makeup.
Yeah. Should just do an echo, like, on the voice recording for the podcast.
Yeah.
Make it spookier.
Spooky.
And impossible to understand what the hell we're talking about. Wait a minute. That wasn't a soul. That was just a fart.
See, I think what he does is he puts it in a briefcase, and then later on, John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson have to go and find that briefcase, and that's a whole other thing. Like,
right.
We'll get to that.
We'll just write that.
Yeah.
It hadn't been written yet.
Yeah, if it hasn't been written,
I think we could probably have like Uma Thurman in there, maybe.
Which would be cool because I think it would really like reignite John Travolta's career. Mm-hmm. You know, he was in that
movie directed by Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit.
Terrible movie. Awful movie.
I didn't watch it.
I did, but it wasn't good. It wasn't good. When you've got, who's the Devin Saw driving around listening to Limp Bizkit, you know that Fred Durst was like just jacking off. Like, I'm gonna make everybody listen to this one more time.
Yep.
So that's episode 3
We
in
did
the
it.
books.
We've done it.
We've got a whole bunch more episodes and a few more seasons to go.
I'm looking forward to it.
There's 4 seasons altogether. So.
All right.
All right. Well.
Any final thoughts?
No. The next one's coming up. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 more left.
Cool.
For season 1, disc 1 anyway. I know there's another disc, so.
Nice.
And again.
This is just the reaction part of the show.
Yeah, like I say,
even the show part of the show.
Yeah, we'll probably put this up as some extra bonus stuff for people to, like, you know, if they actually have copies of these to watch along with us.
Yeah, we'll be like, here's the moment you need to start. You got to hit play.
Yeah, but other than that, they'll just get the best of our best ofs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can do another additional recording where we comment on this recording.
Yes.
Commentary of our own commentary.
Ooh.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, that was it. That was the unedited episode.
That's right.
Watch along.
Yeah. I love that one.
I'll give you $1 million. So, yeah, like we talked about this during the main show, but I really get like that was like the horror version of Trading Places.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely in my top 3 of the episodes I've seen so far.
You know what? I'm 100% with you on that. 100%. In 99% of the time, you're right 100% of the time.
You see, that joke was funny because I've only seen 3 episodes so far.
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm just
It's
explaining
funnier
to the
that you have
audience,
to explain. So next week we'll have more reviews. We'll have Painkiller.
Ooh.
That'll be the next one. So
Looking
stick
forward
around.
to it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Brad Reed. That's Gog, and you're listening to Tales from the Dorkside.
Yes.